How's it going? Welcome to my Airsoft cave, room, grotto, whatever you want to call it. Last time on the channel, I took you through my Airsoft Sniper ghillie loadout. This time, I'm going to take you through my replica collection. Just to let you know that most of these replicas aren't actually ready to go for a game. I usually prep my rifle a couple of days before I play. So some of them have got funky scopes on that don't match the rifle, and some of them have got weird suppressors on. Yeah, I'm looking at you, 308. Yes, look at what the hell is that? Anyway, I'll go through them one by one and just give you a little description about each one, really. So we'll start off over here. The SSR4. I received this to use in a game free of charge from Novridge. When it came, it didn't fire that well. I stuck in there a new bucking and it fired a little bit better. I don't know what was wrong with the old bucking in there, but I've since now put the Silent Industries Alpha AEG hop unit in there, and it fires so nicely. I'm just not really much of an AEG user, that's why I don't use it, but it does shoot lovely, this one now with that hop chamber in there. This one has obviously got all the Novridge bits and pieces in there, the ETU and all that sort of stuff, but I just don't like the sound of AEGs much these days. And then we come to this ugly beast. This scope isn't usually on here. That suppressor definitely is. There's no excuse. I can't explain my way out of this one. This is the Wolverine Airsoft MTW308. Now, I really wanted to love this. It's semi-auto only, so it doesn't have a full auto feature on it. It's got all the bits and pieces that a normal Wolverine MTW has inside there. The paint job's a bit horrible on it, to be honest with you. I'm not really happy with that paint job. I want to use it more, but it just isn't. There's something not right about it. It's been back to Wolverine, well, one of Wolverine's warranty specialists for them to take a look at, because I couldn't do anything with it. I've changed everything on it. You name it, I've tried it. Dwell settings, dwell too high, dwell too low, dwell just right. I've tried a different engine in there. I've tried different mags. I've tried different barrels, buckings, hop unit combinations, and I just can't get this thing to fire accurately. I have no idea what it is. It's baffled me, to be honest with you. I've tried different weight BBs, absolutely everything. Can't get it to fire right. So that's just a wall hanger these days, I'm afraid to say. I have used it in a game as a DMR, and it's just okay. I want a DMR rifle to be precision. I want it to hit the target in the same place every time. 50 meters, that'll do me. I'm not worried about too much range. I want accuracy, and I just can't get it from this. This is probably one of my favourite replicas. I've used it in a game once, and that was enough. It's not the best thing for skirmishing, but it's just so beautiful. I absolutely love it. I've always been a big fan of the Desert Eagle .50. As far as replicas go, this thing is just beautiful. It's got the trades on there. Can we get a zoom in on that? All the lovely trades. It is just a work of bloody art. This is the Cybergun licensed one. It's not the Tokimaru version. The Tokimaru version is a better skirmishing pistol, but the Cybergun is just a better feeling, better replica, in my opinion. What have we got next then? We've got this revolver. This is a KJW, I think. I think it's a KJW. I don't know whether this is a copy of the TM Colt Python. This is just a wall hanger now. I've never used it in a game because it's just not a great skirmisher as well. This one isn't, but I just love a revolver. It fires 1 BB per shell. You load the BBs into the shell. The trigger doesn't always want to work each time. It's just a beautiful wall hanger. Then we have the Mad Max sawn-off shotgun. I just made a recent short with this thing. Again, this is a terrible, terrible skirmishing replica. It's got the shells that go in there. Fires 1 shot per shell, so you get 2 shots with it. It's a bitch to reload, bitch to gas up. It started off life as the long variant, and I was at a recent Airsoft boot sale, and I picked up the stock, the barrels, and the grip here to convert it into a short version, but another wall hanger. And there we get on to the pump. This thing is a great skirmishing weapon though, on the other hand, compared to the others there. This thing shoots so bloody well. I love using it. It's so much fun to use. The rack in it terrifies people. I'm actually waiting for it to break because all I hear about these TM shotguns is that they break. It started off life as the MA70 Tactical with the long stock on it. I took the long stock off and picked this up from some Chinese, Taiwan warehouse somewhere. It was for a Golden Eagle, I think this grip was, and had to make it fit, Dremel it down, file it down, etc. to make it fit. And it does, and it holds air just fine. I wanted to keep the longer barrel on it because I think the longer barrel looks pretty cool compared to the shorter breacher. It's just bloody good fun and it shoots so well. Let's go over to here then. We've got up here, this is another Wolverine MTW that I own that was sent to me kindly by Wolverine themselves. We've got the Sniper Mechanics suppressor on there, which integrates into the rail as well, the Invictus rail. Tango down foregrip. We've got a fake Unity mount with a Vortex red dot on there. This is a real McCoy Magpul CTR stock, is it? It is a CTR. I've got a Silent Industries hop chamber, and it's just pretty much tricked out, this thing is. It looks pretty much unused because it is. I've only used it a few games. My other one down there usually comes out with me. Here we have my Tokyo Marui 416. I've not used this in an age. I've probably had this for about, I don't know, 6 years now maybe. I got this when Marui NGRSs were the big thing to have. It's got a BTC Spectre MOSFET in there, which were all the rage to have in them back in the day. It's got Lilacs Prometheus parts in there. Shoots really nicely. They call it a clacker because the noise they make when you fire it, it just clacks. It's the only way to describe it, because it's got the recoil. It's not much of a recoil. It's not gas blowback recoil, but it gives you a little. It's kind of like reverse recoil in a way, really. It's a bit weird. These are quite delicate, I think. If you fall on these, they tend to break the receivers on these. This thing is now more of a wall hanger than anything as well. Maybe I'll get it out one day and use it again one day, because it, like I say, it does shoot really nicely. Then we have P90. This P90 is a Novridge P90. It was sent to me to use in a game. You either love or you hate a P90, don't you? I do love them. I'm a big Stargate fan, so having a P90 in my collection is a must. This one has got all the Novridge bits and pieces in there, the binary fire and all that stuff, pre-cocking and all that. Right, MP5. I've used this several times in game. I know I keep saying about all these replicas, but I absolutely love this MP5. It's got a Polar jack in there. It's not the most accurate of things at all, but it's just quiet and it's just so much fun. The trigger response is bloody lovely on it. It's so pointy as well. I mean, I love how this thing feels when you're holding it. The gearbox shell with the Polar engine was in another G&G MP5 that I had, but I always wanted to sling it into an SD variety. This is the SD5 with the big stock on it. I bought it second hand from someone on some group, and it came and it was just wobbly. The outer barrel was wobbly, and I took it all apart and it was all broken up inside. Such a shame, but I've got it back together and got some bits for it, and it's all nice and sturdy now. I'm always up for picking up another SD5 or SD6 by G&G. That is, I really love the G&G ones. I think G&G made the best MP5s. They don't tend to. I don't think they do make MP5s anymore, do they, G&G? I'm pretty sure they don't. But if anyone's got a SD5 or SD6 G&G they want to get rid of, yeah, hit me up. The hop unit in there is the stock hop unit. I don't think you can really get any aftermarket hop units for the MP5, can you? It's got, I think it's got a stainless steel barrel in there with a G&G green bucking in there. I'm pretty sure I made the baffles out of wool in this one. It's really nice and quiet. Okay, let's go over to this side then. We start at the top again. This is a beast. This is the Novridge SSG96 or L96. The problem I have with this is it's heavy. I mean, it shoots nicely, but it does exactly the same job at about 5 kilograms that my, I don't know, the TAC 41 and my SSG 10 does. It shoots just as well, but it's over double the weight, and I don't want to be carrying loads of weight into a game. I want to keep as lightweight as possible, but it is a really nice replica. The Mark II version has a far superior hop unit. If you're going to pick up an SSG 96, definitely go for the Mark II, because it has had some really good upgrades compared to the Mark I version. Yeah, a really nice replica, that one. Shame it's just so bloody heavy. The next one down, we have the SSX 303. The thing is, I find with this one, I would rather take one of these out because it does pretty much the same job. Although I guess you could make this DMR quite easily, where you can't do it so easily with it. Obviously not with this, but it's basically got one of those inside here with a longer inner barrel suppressor on the end there as well. You've got the rail system on there as well, and it's got the like CTR, the Magpul style stock on there as well. It's got on there the Novridge LPVOA and the Novridge small red dot. The little red dot is quite good, but I'm not a big fan of this LPVOA. I'm not saying that Novridge scopes are bad. I mean, this one over here, this is another one of Novridge scopes, and I really like this one. It's got a really clear picture. This one, not so much, but this one, yeah, good picture. Maybe I'll get this out again one day. I prefer to run this HPA as well. I've got the HPA adapter there for it to run MP5 mags. So this is my Silverback SRS. I've had this for some time now. Those of you who are early viewers on my channel may remember me using this lots. This was my go-to sniper rifle. Inside it, it's got some of the older modifications that we used to do. I don't know what they do to them these days. I'm not really up on SRSs at the minute, but it's got the fast hop in there. I think it's a TNT barrel with a Silverback AEG bucket in there. When I'm using it, I run the Silverback DTSS suppressor on there as well. I've got a foregrip. It just makes reloading it when you're prone that little bit easier. I really find this thing just awkward to reload. The mags are clunky. The reload is clunky. It's just a clunky, but it shoots lovely. It really shoots very, very nicely. Quick change spring on that as well. This thing is firing about 2.1 joules, something like that. And then this cursed thing here. This is the SSQ22. Now, I really wish this one worked better. Some of the guys I know who've got these, theirs work perfectly, but my one, this was awful. It was the accuracy on it was just terrible. It's gas blowback, really lightweight, really nice and pointy as well. I just wish it worked better. So inaccurate. We've got on there the magnifier, but I haven't got the, I've robbed the dot sight off there, so just the magnifier I'm afraid on there at the moment. I really wish my one worked better so I could use it more, but I can't use this. It's just too inaccurate. Well, let's take a look at these two then. We've got a bit of a mix and match here at the moment. These are my two Mark 23s. These are both a bit of a mix and match at the moment. So at the moment, this one at the bottom is a TM lower with all full WeTech internal parts in there. And then we've got the Novridge SSX 23 upper with a Hadron TDC. This one, the lower, is all SSX 23 and is having a few spring issues at the moment. The last game I used it, spring came loose in there, hence the reason for swapping it about a bit. The upper on this is the TM upper, and it's got a crazy jet barrel in there with a maple leaf bucking, I believe. So they're getting a bit of a mix and match at the moment. I'm really going to have to add it to my list of things to do to get that spring sorted out in there. And maybe make one Super Mark 23. Or should we dual wield Mark 23s? Okay, let's go in this box here then. We've got, this is my go-to, this is my meta, this is my SSG 10 with the Wolverine bolt kit. If I had to pick one sniper rifle, it would probably be this one. Well, I think it will be this one, definitely. This has had all my time and love and effort put into this. It's got the Wolverine bolt. We've got the Tridos TDC. There's a full video on upgrades on this. I don't really need to go through it with you. It's just so good. Love it. So quiet. The perfect sniper rifle. So then we come to my SSE 18. For me, it does its job as being my sidearm for when I'm sniping. When anyone comes into my MED within 30 meters, sometimes 25 meters, this just does its job. It's not going to win any prizes for range and accuracy, but it does what it does well. It's quieter than AEG, but it's not quite as quiet as a Mark 23. With that suppressor on, it does do a job. It does actually deaden the sound quite a bit. And it's really surprising how close I can shoot people with this thing, and they just have no idea where it came from. Really, really surprised me. If you want to see more about this little pistol, there is a full review of this on the channel. Go and take a look in a little while when you finish watching this one. Over here then, we've got a few more. This is my Wolverine MTW. This is my go-to at the moment. People always ask me what I've done to it. Well, not a lot really. It's got a stock barrel. It's got a stock hop unit in there. The only thing I've changed is a G&G green, and it's got a Silent Industries hop arm 2.0 in there. It's a Silverback Airsoft Mark 23 suppressor that's been changed to fit on 14mm counterclockwise thread. It's very lightweight and a very nice little suppressor there. I think I said that my MP5 had wool in it, but my MP5's got carpet in it actually. This has got wool in it and some foam baffles as well as wool. I often get asked about this. This is called a gas pedal. It's like a Magpul gas pedal, and it's just nice to rest your thumb on it when you're aiming, but it just keeps my thumb from going over there in front of my camera. The scope at the moment is a 3x Novice scope. These things are really clear. I'm trying it out at the moment. I've not used it in a game yet. I want to try it in a game. I'm going to camouflage it all up, but it's on a Unity high mount. I normally use this one. This is a Vortex Crossfire red dot on a Unity mount as well. Normally use that, no magnification on that, but I am very intrigued by this one. The picture on it is actually crystal clear. Very, very interesting that. Over here, in its box still, this is the ICS ICP. Now, ICS didn't do too bad a job with this one. It's a full auto pistol. It's a very early one, this one, and there were a few little problems with it when it came. I did let ICS know, and they did correct the problems that were with it. It's got full auto feature, but it doesn't do quite as good a job as the AAP01 and the SSP18 over there, hence the reason why it still lives in its box. But yeah, not a bad job on that ICS. It's their answer to like a Glock 18 really. Now we've got 3 more bolties to get through here, so we're going to do this one first. This is a 90% complete SSG-10 with a Wolverine bolt engine in it. It was 100% complete, but I've been robbing it for spares recently. So yeah, this is pretty much just almost ready to go, but not quite. This one here is my VSR-10 that I recently built and chucked hundreds of pounds worth of stuff into it, and it works lovely, but it doesn't do a good a job as the TAC 41 that cost a fraction of the price. If you want to see a breakdown of what I've done to this one, there is a full video on this channel. TAC 41, I fell in love with this recently. I bought it because I had a hold of one and really liked it. So I bought one and I've been really taken by this. It has really surprised me for the price. Under £200, which is I think still under $200. The only thing I've changed on it is the Hadron Sniper Mechanics TDC, the Medusa TDC, and a Chubb Nub V2. I recommend a different nub for it if you want to lift heavy BBs, because it won't lift anything heavier than a 0.4 out of the box, but that nub allows it to. And you don't need this TDC wheel, but it does give super fine adjustments and pushes directly down on the nub. A very nice little addition that. Oh, it's got the Silverback DSS suppressor on there. Robbed it off the SRS for now. It's also got in there at the moment the variable weight piston from the SRS. I've robbed it out of that as well. That fits in there by changing the sear on the back of it. Quietens it down no end. So that is a lovely little rifle for the money. We've got 2 pistols here. We've got the SSP-18, which is the gas blowback version of the SSE-18, which I showed you a little while ago, and we've got an AAP-01. Now, this one is slightly lighter now than this one because I've changed the slide on this for a lightweight plastic slide, and it's got the lightweight aluminium insides in there as well. This one has got the full cow hammer set, because the hammer sets in the standard versions of these are made from cheese. It's also got in this one the Loki TDC hop unit. They both have auto capabilities. You've got the little switch on the side on the SSP-18. On the back of the AAP-01 there's a little switch where you have to flick, and it's a bit awkward to do with gloves on. Out of the two, which do I prefer to use? Probably the SSP-18, I think. Almost forgot about this, the SSP-5. This is the long version. It's got the O sight on top. Otherwise, it's totally stock. I love to use this with an HPA MP5 adapter as a primary. Absolutely wicked. Then we go to one of these cases over here. This one I think is empty anyway. But we go to this one. This has got some goodies in it. Come on, Pixie, mind your bumhole. Look, come on, mind it the way. I know you want to see in the case. Come on, mind. Okay, so we have this. This is an ICS Makarov, another Airsoft replica that ICS have managed to mess up. Had so much potential as a non-blowback sniper sidearm. They made it CO2, and it's just the accuracy, range, consistency, everything about it is terrible. Other than the way it looks, it's pretty cool looking, isn't it? Replica of a Makarov. But other than that, poop. Right, then we have this one. This little toy here. This is a Tokyo Marui Bodyguard 380. At the moment it's broken, it doesn't work, it's lost a part inside there. I've got the Hadron TDC slide on there. The screw came out while I was in a game. The top came off and there's a plate inside there that works the trigger. And I lost it somewhere, no idea where. And I can't buy another one, can't find them anywhere. So this thing is pretty much useless. Then we have my old Tokyo Marui High Kappa 4.3, the original High Kappa. This thing is a lovely little pistol. It's very worn, showing its age now, but still works lovely. In there, it's got an old style flamingo. It's got a Maple Leaf Crazy Jet barrel, but as you can tell, well worn, very rattly. I think that concludes it. I think that's everything now.
Wait, up here in the attic, are you forgetting about me? You better not be forgetting about me.
Oh, there is one more thing. Do you really want to see that?
Well, of course they do, you wanker.
Oh, okay. Let's go. And then there's this. Another replica that had so much potential that ICS messed up. The ICS Tomahawk. The ICS Tomahawk had so much potential, very, very good quality and well built, massive volume on the cylinder, a unique top-down mag design, nice and lightweight. They just rushed it out and so many things were wrong with it internally, it just shot horribly. They fixed most of the things with it, apart from the hop unit. The hop unit is the only thing that lets it down. If someone came up with a decent hop unit for this thing, it could be an SRS killer. But at the moment, it's just gonna live in my attic. I'm pretty sure that is everything. You can shut up. You're not Airsoft, so can you.